You're not about to rub your negative bad energy on me because you're having a bad day. No. Your energy has nothing to do with me. I didn't cause that to be the way it is, so please keep that away from me. I can't deal. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Waldia. Now in today's video is going to be different than what I normally do on my channel. When I did return back to YouTube, I did express my desire to discuss different topics besides hair and makeup. Now we all know I love hair and I love makeup, etc., but I want my channel to also just be about lifestyle and motivation and other different topics of things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and questions that I may have, and interacting more with my audience. Now guys, if you don't already know, the world is opening back up and people are out here. We have plans, I have plans to be outside in the next couple of weeks, and traveling and stuff like that, just catching up on things that I've missed so much in the past year. Now in doing so, I've noticed that I've seen a lot of different posts about bodies. A lot of us gained some weight during quarantine. I sure did. Okay, let me speak to myself. I gained some weight during quarantine, okay? And my weight fluctuates. It's up and down. Pretty much it's been like that all of my life. I'm not plus size, but I'm not skinny neither. I'm like that in between, far from skinny. I'm edging more towards a plus size, okay? But not quite plus, if that makes sense. Now I love my body. I love the way my body looks, but I do know there's room for improvement. It can always be better. And there are days when I'm just like, I'm not feeling myself, It happens, right? We all struggle sometimes with self-esteem issues, and I think some struggle more than others. Now, having low self-esteem can negatively affect your life in every facet, such as your relationships, your jobs. So I'm going to give my 10 tips in no particular order, all right? First things first, do not compare yourself to anyone. Don't compare yourself to others. Now, easier said than done, right? Because what do? We go on Instagram and we're scrolling. Oh my God, we're scrolling. Oh my God. I'm 25. I'm not 25, y'all, but yeah. I'm 25 and she's 25, and she has her own business. She just bought a house and she's doing this, and you're just like still struggling trying to finish college. Do not compare yourself to others, because you will always find yourself to be unhappy. Honestly, no matter how great you are doing in life, I don't know if this is a bad thing to say, or even there's always someone doing better. Okay, so stop comparing yourself to others. You don't know what this particular group of people had to do to get to where they are, just like they won't know what you have to do to get to where you are. You can be motivated by others, but comparing yourself to others and just feeling like down because you're not where someone else, try to eliminate that. Try to get that out your brain and train your brain to not do that. If you find yourself comparing yourself to others, log out. Just get off of Instagram. Maybe you're just not ready to be on social media for that day. Log out and focus on you. Focus on what you're doing and where you are in life and what steps you need to do to progress and get better and do better. Your health, and maybe it's just not your time for you to reach that certain goal that you're comparing yourself to. Okay, so dead that. Now the second tip that I have to boost your self-esteem is to identify your strengths. A lot of times we get so I don't want to say committed to looking at other people's strengths, or we get so what's the word? We get so, whatever that word is, focused on other people's strengths and see how great and perfect this person's life seems or whatever, that we don't identify our own strengths, And in identifying your own strength, if you don't know what your strengths are, that means you probably have to spend more time with yourself, okay, to learn what those strengths are. So you have to identify it. If you're great with communication, if you're great with singing, if you're great at makeup or being artsy or whatever that thing is, focus on that. Okay, identify your strengths and focus on it. It's easy to look at ourselves and be like, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. My body's this, my body's that. No, okay, whatever. It's so crazy. A lot of times we focus so much on what other people's strengths are because that's what we see in our faces, right? That we don't even appreciate our own strengths. And I'm talking to myself because I've done this as well. You know, there are times where I'm just like, what am I good for? What am I here for? What's my purpose? You know, I get into my own thoughts and, you know, but I've trained myself. I now know better. I now know what I can bring to the table, what I do bring to the table, what my strengths are. And I'm still learning, you know, what my strengths are, because like we're evolving and we're growing. You know what I mean? And if you are interested in a particular thing and you're just not good at it yet, keep practicing. You'll eventually get there. Next tip, be realistic. Okay, set your own pace. Perfection doesn't exist, all right? Perfection is boring. Who wants to be perfect? You know how exhausting it is to be perfect? And perfection, honestly, doesn't exist. Well, not in the human form anyway. God is perfect. Jesus is perfect. But humans, us, me, you know, we're far from it. And not only can you set your own pace, do your own thing. What works for you might not work for someone else, and what works for someone else just might not work for you, and that's okay. Oh, the next tip, number 4, forgive yourself. I struggle with this, forgiving yourself. There are things, you know, growing up that you do, things that you say, and you're just like, I was an idiot. Like, what was I thinking? You know, there are times, yeah, to this day, I'll look back 10 years ago or 15 years ago, and I'm just like, what did you? But 10, 15 years ago, I was a teenager growing up, you know, learning about life and exploring the world. You know, forgive yourself. So in this process, what I've learned is that mistakes does not define who you are as a person. They're not permanent reflections of who you are. I consider them to be isolated moments in your life, okay? So mistakes does not make you a bad person. You might have made a bad decision. You might have had a bad moment. You know, sometimes we do stupid things, okay? But it just doesn't make you a bad person, all right? So forgive yourself. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Don't go out here killing people now, because you know with mistakes you have to suffer the consequences. You have to pay the consequences for your mistakes. So also be mindful of that, but allow yourself time to grow and to get better and to evolve. And you know, making mistakes is all part of the journey. Oh, number 5, detox. Y'all hear me? Detox from social media. Woo! That's hard. I ain't gonna front. That's even hard for me because, you know, I'm on social media and sharing stuff, and it's my hobby, sort of, YouTube and social media, and detox from social media. Yeah, because the more and more you scroll and go through, first off, give yourself a time limit. If you can't detox from social media completely, I would say give yourself a time limit, because that thing could be so addictive. You on Instagram for an hour, next thing you know, you on Twitter. Next thing you know, you on Facebook, Snapchat, Clubhouse. I don't have a Clubhouse account, but that's one of them. What other social media? Pinterest. There are like so many out there. And the time that we spend on that daily, it adds up. Okay, so to boost your self-esteem, if you're feeling low and you find yourself comparing yourself to others too much, and you know, all of that plays a part, maybe it's time to detox. Take it a little bit at a time. If you're like just addicted and you just need to like take it slowly, you know, limit your time on there, or say, you know what, I'm gonna spend the next 2 days off of social media and focus that time on myself. Pick up a book and read, learn more about yourself, pick up another hobby. Do not let social media consume too much of your time. And I'm talking to myself because I also struggle with this. The next tip to boost your self-esteem, this is my favorite one of my favorite ones. One of my favorite tips is to treat yourself. Get your hair done. Okay, and if you can't get your hair done because you're not financially whatever, learn how to do your own hair. There are several YouTube videos out there for all my natural sisters. If you are relaxed, if you wear weaves, braids, whatever. Also, my channel, of course, check out my previous videos on different things you can do to your hair. Treat yourself. Get your nails done. Get your feet done. Why not? For me, that helps boost my self-esteem, because when I look good, for the most part, I feel good. And even when I don't feel like treating myself, if I don't feel like, you know, doing hair and makeup and whatever, what ends up happening is I go into it doing it because I sort of have to for whatever reason, and then by the end of it, I'm like, oh girl, you better, you know what I mean? I'm feeling myself, and that helps to boost my self-esteem. There's nothing wrong with a bare face. Okay, don't ever get that twisted, because for the most part, when I'm home, I have no makeup on. I'm still working from home, so I barely put on makeup on, only if I have to like film something or if I'm going out to dinner or whatever. But every once in a while, even if you don't have anything to do, play in some makeup, do your lashes, whatever, and admire yourself. Take the time to look at yourself and say, oh my God, okay, there are things that I don't like about myself. Okay, forget that. But there are things that I love about myself. You have pretty eyes. You have a beautiful smile, nice teeth, whatever that thing may be. Treat yourself and love on yourself. If you have to go out and get a massage, a body massage, a facial, whatever that thing may be, working out. Yeah, I struggle with the working out part. But for a lot of people, working out does help boost self-esteem because you get your blood moving and your blood is circulating, you know what I mean? And you're getting out there to do something for yourself. I feel like it's worth it. Another tip that helps me boost my self-esteem, and hopefully it would help you too, is to do what you love. Isn't that so simple to say? Do what you love. Okay, listen. Most of us have a 9 to 5, and most of us don't care too much about our 9 to 5. Okay, so whatever. If you have to do your work in 9 to 5 to pay the bills, you do that. But find something that you love to do. What do you love to do? Okay, so and it doesn't have to be something that you're paid to do. Okay, a lot of people are on YouTube not making a dime. They're sharing their world and sharing their lives because that's what makes them happy. That's what they love to do. And honestly, that's why I started my YouTube channel, because I was sharing makeup and hair tips on my social media, my Snapchat and my Instagram, way before when Snapchat just came out. And people were like, Wadia, you're doing this daily. Why don't you just start a YouTube channel and share your tips there? And I'm like, you know what? I might as well. Why not? I started YouTube with no intentions of making a dime. I didn't care if people noticed me. I didn't care if sponsors, companies sponsored me. That wasn't the goal. I started my YouTube channel because I love sharing with everyone, and I love sharing hair and makeup tips. And I'll do it for free if I don't care about making money, because it's a hobby for me. And I genuinely love doing that. I genuinely love sharing. Like people who hit me up just randomly, like, hey girl, what foundation should I do with this, or what look should I do with that? I'm like, girl, I'm right there. You know what I mean? Because I actually love doing it. So even if I were to never make another penny from videos and YouTube and whatever, I'd be just fine. I'd still be doing YouTube because I actually love it. Now, if you can get paid while doing something that you actually love to do, now that's just the cherry on top of the cake. That's awesome. But for me, that's not the goal. All right. So my tip is to do what you love. Find something that you love, and even if you can't get paid to do it, still do it, because it'll help you feel good. It makes you feel good inside, right? Like, yeah, this makes me feel good. YouTube, shooting videos, sharing my tips and tricks with everyone, and sharing beauty tips and stuff like that. It makes me feel good about myself because I love it. I love doing it. All right, so number 8, another tip that helps boost my self-esteem. I think it's number 8, but whatever. Spend time with people who make you happy. And I would say don't waste your time on people who don't treat you well. All right, listen. We all have family, right? That we just don't like. We all know a couple of people, like when you get around, their energy, the way they make you feel, they're always negative. Keep people like that at a distance, all right? Because with me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, energy rubs off. Okay, I cannot be around negative energy for too long. I can't be around bad attitudes. Ooh, I can't, because it rubs off on me so easily, and I wish I wasn't like that. But people's energy, impacts me, in ways now that I know more. Okay, like if you've noticed that every time you're around a group of people or one person, you end up leaving worse than when you got there, most likely those people are not people you need to be around. Yeah, and don't let people treat you or mistreat you. Okay, guys. I've noticed certain situations, and it's very unfortunate to the party that it happens to, but I can't allow people to mistreat me. I can't be around negative people, and when I am, I do my best to get out of there. I'm out because I can't deal. You're not about to rub your negative bad energy on me because you're having a bad day. No. Your energy has nothing to do with me. I didn't cause that to be the way it is, so please keep that away from me. I can't deal. The number 9th tip is to live in the present. Okay, like live in the present. Where are you right now? A lot of times we tend to dwell on the past, what has happened in the past, and of course that's easier said than done because a lot of times, of course, the past affects where we are currently. The past can affect the future if you let it, but we have to learn how to be in the moment, you know, and stay there for a little bit and live in the present. I have this thing with my friends, right? They make fun of me all the time. You ladies, if you're watching, like we'll be at dinner or something like that. It'll just be, you know, the girls or whatever. And we'll be sitting there and I'll be like, I'll close my eyes. They think I'm crazy. And I'll just be like, Bliss. And they'll be like, what dear? What's wrong with you? Okay, so I believe because we're living in such a fast-paced environment, world, everything is microwave, everything is, you know, you do something and then you move on to the next and then you move on to the next without even like allowing yourself to process what's going on, allowing yourself to appreciate and to like be in the moment. I've learned, you know, to slow down. If I'm enjoying myself, if I'm genuinely happy at the moment, no matter what's going on, you know, around me or what happened yesterday or what I'm worried about or things I'm stressed about, you know, if I'm in a moment and I'm happy in that moment because I'm surrounded by people I love and the conversation is good and I'm just feeling good, I've learned to stop where I'm at, stop what I'm doing, literally, and just hold on to it. Okay, and thank God for it. I don't know, you know, what you guys believe in, but whenever I get in those moments when I'm just like content and just good and chilling and happy, I just take a moment to connect and say, God, thank you for this moment. Thank you for where I am right now. And I'll say bliss. And when I say bliss, that's me connecting. That's my way of connecting with God, you know, of connecting with God and just saying thank you for what you're doing right now. You know, oh, I just gave myself goosebumps. And yeah, don't think I'm crazy, y'all. It works, trust me. All right, because what ends up happening is these moments pass you by. You don't even get a chance to like, you know, embrace it and be happy with it. And then you end up regretting not enjoying this moment. And God forbid, or someone, you know, passes away or whatever, you start to remember the times that you had with the person and you didn't get to like stay in that moment, if that makes sense, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But that's how I do my thing now. Like even when I'm with my boys, my babies, my husband, yeah, and then we're having a good time, or it could just be a simple dinner, a movie night, just popcorn, me and the boys and my husband, and we're chilling and we're happy and we're laughing. I have to thank God. I have to like say bliss and just have that connection like, oh my God, this is perfect right now. I'm good right now. Thank you for this moment. And the 10th tip that helps boost my self-esteem, y'all, this is the one I struggle with the most out of all of these tips, okay? Learn to accept compliments. Learning to accept compliments. I still, to this day, I be like, it makes me awkward. Like if someone says, oh my God, girl, you're so pretty. I'm like, no, but you're gorgeous. Like I can't, I don't know how to accept compliments. I just be like, thank you. This is kind of weird. I'm still learning. And I didn't even know I struggled with this until someone pointed out to me. So I was at lunch at work. This was like maybe a year or two ago, before COVID, 2 years ago, whatever. I was in the cafeteria getting lunch and this lady, she came up to me. She was like, oh my God, I love your outfit. I was like, yeah, but you know, and I didn't mean to get this color. I wanted to get another color. I said something. And she was like, I said, your outfit is beautiful, accept it. I didn't know this lady from a can of paint, okay? She was just like, I'm telling you, I love your outfit. But instead of saying, thank you, oh, thank you, whatever, I did say thank you. I said, oh, thank you, but this is not even the color that, you know, that I wanted. I said something after the thank you. Like, I couldn't just say thank you and leave it at that. I had to follow up the thank you with something negative. And when she pointed that out to me, she was like, no, but you have to learn how to, mind you, I don't know this lady. She's like, why aren't you accepting my compliment? And I I didn't even look at it like that. I was like, oh snap. and just like noticing that I do that a lot. You know, someone says, girl, your hair is cute. I'll be like, yeah, it's cute, but it could have been better. I wish I would have done. It's never, oh, thank you. Stop. You know, I still struggle with that. I don't know why compliments make me feel so awkward, because it's kind of like, I don't know, like, why are you complimenting me? You know, so I'm learning how to still this day, like, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. You know, I'm getting better with that, but it's always been an awkward thing for me. I don't know why. It's not that I don't feel worthy of a compliment. I just don't want it to be too much about me. I don't want to seem conceited. I have no idea why I'm like this, guys. I'm still learning more and more about myself. But yeah, she pointed that out to me a couple years ago, and I was like, oh wow, I do that a lot. So now, if someone compliments me, as much as I want to follow up with something like just to like take the attention off of me, I try my best to just accept it and say thank you. You know, thank you. So yeah, guys, those are my tips of what I do to help boost my self-esteem. Let me know in the comment section if any of these tips might help you, or if you have any additional tips, or if you can relate to some of the things that I've said today. And like I always say, thank you guys. You guys always leave meaningful comments, and I just be learning from y'all. Mind you, I started YouTube to help others, and a lot of times it's you guys, you know, the energy and the love that helps me in my day-to-day. Yes, guys, so please share this video with young folks, especially young girls, young men, boys, women growing up. Yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all, in this world, all right? And I think we all need to learn how to embrace our own individuality and love on ourselves a little more. A lot of what we see out there and on social media, and it's not real. A lot of it is not real. So we are trying to be something that's not real, guys. And even if it's real, maybe it's not meant for you. What someone else has, you know, it's just not meant for you. Follow your own path and set your own pace. And like I've already said in this video, and do you, boo. Find that special thing about you that makes you unique, that makes you beautiful, that makes you handsome, etc., and focus on that. All right, as usual, guys, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to my channel, and also click that notification bell so that you can be aware every time I upload a video. And please follow me on all of my social media, especially Instagram. I'm gonna leave it here somewhere on the screen, also down in my description box, at Waldia Vines, on my Snapchat, Facebook, etc. All that's gonna be in the description box. Thank you guys so much. I spoke a lot. I talked a lot today. Oh my god. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, bye.